Hello, Guardians, and welcome back to This Week at Shrouded. It is episode 107. Today, we're diving into some big updates for the entire year. We've got a full breakdown of the Edge of Fate reveal, everything you need to know about the Year of Prophecy. A look at the new sandbox changes. And, well, we talked about sandbox changes already, actually. We won't go too much into them, but we will talk about the armor and the guns and that type of stuff, but not all the stuff coming that just came with the new update. We talked about that last week. You want to know about that? Go back and talk about that last week. Anyway, first impressions of Rite of the 9 dungeon event. Also, we're talking about heavy metal starting tomorrow. Not much, just that it starts tomorrow. Loot refreshes. Destiny 2 Creators Hub is now live, and some voice acting updates from upcoming content. Let's get right into it. Let's get started. We've got Mr. Wrecked and Dunk back again. Thanks for being here. Woo!
Yahoo!
Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Shit. I did not do that, Devil. I don't have the weekly winners. Rip. You got to remind me during the pre-show. You probably did. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Every week we give away silver and some SGC merch. I forgot to do the draw, so I'll do the draw after the show, and we'll put it in the comments. Well, we'll put it in the description below the winners. So make sure to check that out if you're curious if you've won either 2,300 silver or an SGC T-shirt. Okay, let's get this show on the road. I mean, there was a big
prophecy reveal recap. Wow.
Yeah, there was the Edge of Fate reveal event that revealed, if you didn't know, Bungie did a big reveal event. They revealed obviously what the Edge of Fate was going to be, how it kind of looks, and they give us a look into the next 12 months of Destiny. So there was a bunch of stuff there. Looks great. Well, we'll talk about it. We're going to break it down. So we got the Edge of Fate. So we've got a storyline happening on the edge of our solar system. So I got to ask, we all talked about the Dreadnought going to a new solar system. All this stuff's going to happen. None of the Dreadnought stuff led to anything other than just Dreadnought shit and Oryx. Now we've got some signal inviting us and Ikora and some other people that we don't know to a planet called Kepler, which is ironic since we call there's a million planets in our galaxy called Kepler 89742. But this one's in our solar system somehow. And it's a story to do with the 9. And it's supposed to kick off a multi-year saga to do with Fate and the 9, I guess.
Yeah. Or trying to introduce us to what the 9 actually are.
Yeah, which I've always been kind of curious what they are, but I didn't know. I didn't think it would be like the whole multi-year saga would be 9 related. But I guess it makes sense in a way because it is pretty mysterious, I guess. So we're getting introduced to that in the Edge of Fate, and then it's that saga is gonna continue on. That's our next big saga. That's supposed to. We got some new characters. One that people keep making fun of, and I gotta
Are you talking about the feet, or are you talking about Gordon Freeman?
No. The guy that just looks like a regular human with glasses.
Yeah, Gordon Freeman.
Yeah, but why is everybody so dumbfounded? It's like, this has got to be the most out of place character in all of Death. What do you mean? He's a fucking human. What's? He looks like a person. I don't understand.
He arrives on a Chicago subway car that comes out of time and just appears here. So
okay, but that's not what they're making. He's from now. I get it.
He's not from now. He's here now.
Yeah, he's from then.
No, he's from now, where we live.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Anyway, that's not the point. The point is they're making fun of his appearance. And the only thing that I've seen that's any different between his appearance and anybody else in the Destiny galaxy is the dude's wearing glasses.
Well, Glasses are a sign
Probably
of people.
because
Nobody
we
likes a
didn't
person
we,
with glasses.
we didn't have any magic technology to fix people's eyes like we do now, or the fact that everyone's a guardian, so they just get healed instant. Like, anyway, dude is just a human. I just don't understand. My point is, I don't understand why everybody's making fun of this dude. He's just a human. He's a normal looking human. He
You were a
doesn't look out of
guardian.
place. What?
You were a guardian and you were resurrected, but you needed glasses when you got resurrected. Would you need glasses every time you got resurrected, or if you did like guardian LASIK, would that hold?
I don't think so. I think when the traveler resurrects you, you don't need glasses anymore.
What if you were like morbidly obese when you got resurrected, and you got like space Ozempic and got all that weight off, but then you got resurrected after dying and you were just fucking huge again?
If you've noticed, there's no fat guardians. I think the traveler just only picks fit people because he's kind of a pervert.
Okay.
I was going to go with sizest, but okay. That
All
works
right.
too.
Well,
You
he
heard it
only
here first,
picks
people.
people he finds attractive.
Traveler is a pervert. I hope that's the name of the show. The name of this episode. The Traveler is a pervert.
It's a good one. You want to know something really funny? So I should try not to talk to or swear too much in this episode because I wanted to try some. Last week I tried to do like a small ad run on our podcast, like $5 just to see what would happen. And YouTube said, no, it's too clickbait. And I'm like, what do you mean it's too? What does that mean? The title of the episode is New Iron Banner and Trials Weapons, or episode 106. And I was just like, what? I don't understand. Do they have an AI that goes over this? Like,
Of course.
did they not like the picture of me being mad at the nerfs? Like,
You
I
think
did what you
YouTube does
recommended.
Any manual review of anything if they don't have to? No, it's all
I'm just-
AI algorithm.
I was just really confused. Anyway, I'm going to try to do it in this one, and I want to see if the AI stops us again.
Okay.
I just want to see if it's worth it. I doubt it. Anyway.
I didn't see a lot of people making fun of Lodi. I saw
Oh, I did.
1,000 creators trying to be like, he looks just like me. But
I did notice that too.
that lightning already struck once, all right? That already happened with Shahan and Aztecross. And if every other creator that tries to say, oh, he looks like me, Bungie made a character that looks like me. Nah, man. That bit's already been done. It's old. It's stale. Set it down. Walk away from it. You just look like you want a little bit of that Aztecross magic. You don't need that. You're good all on
I
your
still
own.
don't think Shahan looks like Aztecross, so I don't know. I never even got that back in the day. This one was I saw Fallout tweet it. And I'm like, no,
Fallout,
bro.
ZK Mushroom, Frostbolt,
Frostbolt.
Nomad did it.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Ascendant Nomad did it. Oh, bunch of
That's so
people did.
fucked up. Should I do it?
Put some fake. Put your yes. You need to get your Minecraft.
Wait.
No. Put those down. Put on your Minecraft glasses. Then take a picture, and then put a picture of you next to Lodi, and then make one of those meme posts.
Yes. All right, here you go. You need to take a screenshot of this for me. Wait, how do we do my hair? Do we show off my receding hairline? Or do we do something else?
Just do whatever. Be natural.
I can't hear you, ironically. I took my headset off.
Just do whatever. Be natural.
Be natural.
All right. There you go. Drop it in.
Assume you're done. Were you done?
Yeah, I'm dropping it in your DMs right now. There you go. Enjoy.
Thanks. Okay, so it's going to be a picture of me, this new guy, and the title of the episode is The Traveler's a Pervert.
The Traveler is a pervert.
it's definitely not going to get approved for ads with that title. But,
Dude, it's got to
Next
be
time.
it's got to be one of those gifs in still that if you type in creeper to gifs and you see the guy peeking around from around a tree or a corner, and just replace his head with a part of the traveler that you can see, and just the traveler is a pervert.
That's a good one. So many good ideas this week. Okay, so there is a lot of stuff to unpack with the Edge of Fate, the year, the season, or the year of the prophecy. And I mean, let's just get into some of it. Let's get into the timeline. We already knew this timeline, but it looks like they've stuck to it, and they've provided us with this information. So we get the Edge of Fate on July 15th, 2025. Now, when they were doing the reveal, they specifically said the expansion size is something to Rise of Iron.
Yep.
So I never played Rise of Iron. Why don't you kind of give me explain that in Destiny 2 terms?
All right. So Rise of Iron was an expansion that came out in the latter years of Destiny 1.
Mm-hmm.
It featured a whole new patrol zone, which was the Plaguelands. It featured a new enemy, which was the I forget the house. Dunk, do you remember the name of the house?
They were still house devils, but they were
It's just house
splicers.
devils, but they were splicers. Yeah. So it was the splicer fallen that were all sieved up. It brought in the Barath of the Machine raid. It brought in 2 new strikes. And it brought in a new repeatable activity. I forget what the repeatable activity's name was.
Oh god, what was it?
Right.
Forge.
Was it?
Yeah,
Was
it was something like Forge. I know you were in a Forge specifically.
Yeah. What was the name of the? Anyway, there was a repeatable activity that you used to go after some specific weapons. You would collect some resources and you would go spend them on this activity, and that would be it's like proto focusing. You'd spend them on that activity and try to make your way through all the waves of the activity in order to get your loot in.
Okay.
Archon's Forge. That's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
And story-wise, what are we looking at? What do you say? Missions?
It was like a 3-hour campaign.
Okay. I mean, that's what we're expecting.
So, I mean, if not counting, fetch quests that were in there, go into Plaguelands and kill a bunch of this or kill a bunch of that, right? It could take a variable time.
Oh yeah, sure. They could inflate it.
We also got a new
mentioned
social space.
Yes, there was the social space, which was Winter's Peak.
I don't care about that. Social spaces are dumb. Just keep me at the tower.
No Phonic, if you're thinking of the Season of the Forge.
Yeah, that's Destiny 2 still.
Yeah. One thing that was actually cool about the social space was that you had the mountain in front of you, and you could actually traverse your way further up the mountain.
There were secrets up there, but
yeah.
You didn't get powered jumps, and the mountain was trying to kill you.
Yes. It was a lot of fun trying to challenge yourself to get up there. There were also secrets you could do inside of the social space as well. That would get you triumphs and whatnot. So, a lot of fun.
It was also Season of the Tapir. Because the very first day or two, everybody was either getting errors trying to get in the game or constantly getting errored out of the game. Like we're wont to do when new expansions come out. And the errors everybody was getting was the Tapir error.
Cool.
So.
I never got that error. I stayed in the game the entire time. But I was just lucky, so.
Okay, to get this all done in a decent amount of time, we gotta push through. I wanted to give a kind of an idea of the size of the expansion. With said expansion comes a season called Reclamation. We don't really know what seasons look like. I assume.
I mean, they've talked about it on Twitter. The season
Okay.
content will be season pass with all the same stuff we're used to seeing.
Yeah.
And an activity with an intro mission.
Okay,
One
they
intro mission.
Okay. So general concept. Okay, cool. We'll probably get the weekly challenges, maybe potentially.
Presumably.
We get the rewards pass, reclamation. And then we get the update in September, so September 9th.
Yep.
So 2 months later, called Ash and Iron. Major updates are supposed to be new and reprised activities, new sandbox meta, new events, new modifiers and challenges, and new gear and artifact mods. And rewards, another rewards pass. Another rewards pass. These rewards passes, the seasons and the major updates are included, but the rewards passes are 1,000 silver, so $10. Or yeah, from what I read. Is that right? Everyone else read that too? Pretty sure. So if you want all the cosmetics and shit, you got to pay for them. You got to pay for the battle pass, basically. It might come
included in the $100 version.
It might be included in the $100 version. We'll get to that. Or let's scroll down and look. You know what? I know it is for a fact because I remember seeing. I remember seeing shit that said one thing and then 3 times things.
Yeah, 3 rewards passes, 1 active reward pass, 3 rewards passes. Yeah.
So if you get the Ultimate Edition,
you don't even need the Year of Prophecy Edition pre-order. Also includes all 4. The Edge of Fate pre-order only includes the first
active. Well, whatever one's active at the time you buy it, probably.
Yeah.
And I think that's why they keep saying the active rewards pass.
Yep.
Yeah. So just an FYI, if you pre-order the whole Year of Prophecy for $80, you'll get all the battle passes for the season. You'll get access to both expansions, and you'll get access to both seasons and both major updates, and the raid and the dungeon. So all that for $80. And then if you want the bonus, basically the bonus loot, which we'll go through later, you need to pay the extra $20 for the Ultimate Edition. As there's some of the bonus loot right behind Wrecked right now, if you wanted to take a look at it. And let me tell you, Grievous looks good as fuck. I know Wrecked hates that shit, but I can't help it. I put it on my hunter. Oh, love, kiss, kiss. I did put all the others.
I actually like some of the Grievous pieces.
I like the feet. They look so cool.
I like some of the Kylo Ren pieces. I really don't like any of the Darth Vader stuff. It's cool that you can get a cape on a Titan, but the armor. This armor has the armor for the Titan has the same problem as it does for the Stormtrooper for me, and it's not. Listen, we've already talked about my feelings on mixing IPs. That's not my issue here. The armor looks like it came out of 1970, like when the shit was originally designed. It doesn't look like it fits. It looks like I'm wearing a bunch of fucking plastic. Like I went into the tower's like janitorial closet and found a bunch of Rubbermaid trash cans or whatever the Guardian equivalent of Rubbermaid is, and chopped that shit up and slapped it on his armor. Fucking cosplaying some shit I found in some old recording.
I went through because I did get all of them with my pre-order, and I went in and I actually used the less of the Kylo Ren Warlock cosmetic than any of the other ones, because I mixed and matched the gear, because the robe doesn't look good with a lot of shaders, in my opinion. That's fine. And the same with the light up stuff on like Darth Vader's skin and gear and whatever all looks great, but the only thing that has the lights light up is the default shader, but it's like a dark gray. It's not black. I want it to be black. You know, maybe it's because the settings on my computer or whatever it is. So if you put a super black on, for example, like it changes all those lights to like a dull gray color rather than glowing. Ironically, the because the thing is broken with what are those mementos, the Twilight keepsake, it looks really good and it doesn't affect the lights.
Yeah.
It's perfect. But you can't put it on. It makes me so mad. I can't help it. Oh, let's move on. Oh, we gotta move on. I gotta keep things going. Okay. So, and then, so we're killing it, right? We're getting the Edge of Fate. They're not as big as normal, but, you know, we get this expansion. It's $40. It comes with a season, a rewards pass, a major update, and a raid. Seems good. And then on December, the date's not on the photo. That's stupid. Oh, yes, it is. December 2nd. December 2nd, we get Destiny 2 Renegades, which is supposed to be a Star Wars inspired expansion that is supposed to continue the Year of Prophecy story arc. I don't understand.
It's supposed to focus on a new Dredgen that pops up that is, you know, doing Dredgen things. It means rebellious against
lawless things.
Against you know, the rest of the Guardians.
Hence the season being called Lawless. So the season that comes with it is called Lawless. There's rewards pass, and then at March 3rd, which is quite a big gap there. You know, we're doing July 15th to September 9th for the first expansion and the major update. But we're going all the way from December 2nd to March 3rd for the Shadow and Order update, which is 4 months. That's quite a gap. I don't know why they pounded out Ash and Iron so quickly. After July 15th. Because if people are going to feel really weird at the gap here, I think, for our Renegades. Because you're going from a 2-month gap with new content to a 4, and then there's a 3-month gap before Renegades drops, and then there's a 4-month gap before Shadow and Order drop. It's weird. No, it's 4 months. December 2nd to March 3rd. That's 4 months. Sorry, I was just playing the chat.
All right. So, are we going to talk about it now?
Renegades itself?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Greener wants me to rant about Star Wars and Destiny. And I will a little bit, but not really. Listen, I like Star Wars. Some Star Wars I love. The new season of Andor is so good. Chef's kiss. Mwah. Chef's French kiss. Mwah. Chef's doing some kissing on places I probably shouldn't be. Mwah. It's great. Love it. I also love Destiny. I also love Star Trek. I also love Warhammer 40k. I don't want all of those in the same sandwich. Right? I don't want to eat them all together. They taste like different things. I like my IPs that have very rich lore and story identity to like be their own thing. And I hope that even though, you know, it's gonna be Star Wars inspired, good Lord, I'm just like, if we go to Tatooine City, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. I'm just gonna lose it. I really hope they couch whatever's going on in old Destiny lore. Like, this would be a perfect time for Lysander to show back up. That's not going to mean anything to Greener, but it might mean something to Dung.
Sorry, say that again. I was looking at the armor set.
I said this, you know, if we know there's going to be these renegades out there, and there's going to be a new Dredgen, you know, what if that new Dredgen is Lysander from the Concordant?
I could see it, yeah.
I
could absolutely see it.
That would tie everything back into Destiny lore, right? And tie up some loose ends from the first game, from the lore from the first game. So.
That's true. You know what they should do, though? Should go back to Mars, and there should absolutely be like a Mos Eisley style village there. Yeah, just to piss you off. I'd love it.
Yeah, just to piss me off. Love it. That's
It'd be fun. Imagine rolling in there, going to like a little cantina, getting a drink, talking to a dredgen.
I can do that in a number of Star Wars games already.
Yeah, but I can do that in a Destiny game. That's where I get my bounties. It's all done in this little cantina where the dredgen lives, in this Mos Eisley style town on Mars. I think it'd be great.
I don't need it, man. I don't need a Han Solo.
I don't need it either. I actually 100% agree with you. I think, the Star Wars thing, the Horizon things, the Ghost of Tsushima, all the cosmetics and shit, Ghostbusters we've been getting for however long, Doki Doki, it's all fine. So it's cool. It's whatever. It's Eververse. Buy it. Put it on your character. Boom, boom, boom. An entire expansion. I've got to say, I did a double take based on a Star Wars aesthetic. I was like, what? This is strange.
I've commented on the Fortnite-ification of Destiny before, but this is taking it potentially to a whole new level, because this is literally the kind of stuff that happens in Fortnite. It's fine in Fortnite because that genre crossover is actually, Fortnite has lore. I don't know how many people know that Fortnite has lore, but all of this like cross multiversal bullshit, it's actually in Fortnite's lore from the outset. It's been that way for years and years and years and years and years. So it's fine because it all makes sense, right? It's lore accurate for the fucking Terminator and Darth Vader and Goku and the dude from Family Guy to be running around as a squad, right? It's lore accurate. It's fine. Bro, I don't need my Titan to become a Space Marine while he's riding on a surfboard that looks like the Enterprise and his ghost is a Borg cube. Like, I don't need this. I don't need this. Like,
oh, bro, I want a Borg cube ghost so bad now. Why would you say that?
Like, there's ways to cross over with other IPs to be an homage to that other IP, but still maintain the identity of your own IP, right? I just wish they would lean more into that, because clearly they can. Like, the Royal Guard outfit from the last Star Wars drop was not a direct copy of a Royal Guard from Star Wars. And maybe that's because of the limitations of how the gear system works in Destiny, rather than an effort for them to not just direct lift shit out. But, I wish these things were more like that. The Grievous is another example of that. Grievous is not a one-to-one copy over. That armor looks like it could fit into Destiny without any problem. The head's a little weird, but everything else is great.
The feet are crazy. What do you mean? I'm a straight up robot. Like, I'm not an exo. I'm some crazy ass robot now, running around with little claw feet.
We already have. There were already hunter legs that turned one of your legs into a robot. The phenotype plasticity set has a robot leg right on it, right?
I'm not a dork.
So there's space for that already.
Anyway, sorry. Did you have something to finish that sentence?
Oh, fine.
Okay. Anyway, my point was I did take a double take with a whole expansion being based on this, and they did a little teaser video and literally spinning around the Han Solo blaster and the fucking lightsaber like, and I'm like, okay. I was like, cool, Star Wars is cool. We like Star Wars, but yeah, I was confused.
I'm not mad that people are gonna like this. I hope it's good. I hope it's fun, but it just reads to me. It totally stinks of big corpo want money. Here, IP.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know if you've seen this. Let's see if it's still here. Yeah, go to Bungie.net right now.
Okay.
And click. The first thing that should come up if you're at Bungie.net is the marathon thing, right? And then you scroll down. So click Destiny 2, right? This is just Destiny 2 in the top bar.
Yeah.
Okay. Scroll all the way down to the bottom, in the very bottom left corner. There's now a straight up Star Wars and Lucasfilm copyright on the Bungie.net page.
I mean, I'm sure they're required to do that with their licensing agreement.
But
Because
the
they're going to have stuff. Because they have stuff that's a direct rip out of Star Wars stuff. That Han Solo blaster is right at the top of the page is, a direct lift, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But I saw that and I was like, oh my god, this is like straight up. Like we've done 100. They've done 100 things on here where they've never had to put the copyright on their webpage.
Wouldn't it be wild if Lucasfilm,
just owns Bungie now?
Owns part of Bungie now?
Somehow.
And Destiny is just going to slowly morph into a live service Star Wars game?
Maybe Destiny all along has either been the sequel or the prequel to Star Wars.
Yeah, okay. All right. Anyway.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. Yeah, I thought that was funny when I saw it earlier today. I was like, oh man, that's straight up. Somebody mentioned in chat too, and I did notice when they did the trailer, there was a Lucasfilm TM on there, but I thought that was normal because there was a lot of Star Wars shit in there. But when I saw it on the webpage, I was just like, okay, this is straight up crazy. Anyway, I said I did a double take, and that's totally fine, and that's totally cool. I thought it was a little strange. I have total faith that it's going to be Destiny lore accurate. I never once went, oh shit, they're going to have Stormtrooper, they're going to have Darth Vader, they're going to have Star Wars Darth. Like I've never once
people
thought
making those complaints are dumb. Like R2D2 is not going to be our contact, for the expansion. It's not going to be the case.
I'd actually be all right with that. They just call it something else, and it's just like
wants Twitter to explode. That's all he wants.
It's a small person version of an EXO, and it just kind of looks like R2D2. That'd be fine, right? And he just kind of beeps. Meep meep. Anyway, it's cool. It's an aesthetic. Anyway, I get it. I believe in it.
Yeah, it's going to be a blue and white EXO who's a little rotund, and his name's going to be something like Reggie-2.
Oh, yeah, that'd be perfect. And that's what you call inspired by. Chat. Which is what this is. It's inspired by. It's just going to be some aesthetics. They did straight up rip the alarm from the Imperial frigate, though, in the trailer.
Oh, 100%.
And the lightsaber, of course, and the blaster, I guess, but the lightsaber I can look past. That could have always been a cosmetic for any sword. That's whatever.
Agreed.
The blaster can also have just always been a skin for any weapon. It's totally fine.
They're going to be exotics, both of them.
Yeah, maybe, probably, potentially, yeah. Ooh, I hope the lightsaber is a new energy exotic sword. We need more than just the one. Ooh. With farmable rolls, just like the Urgo Sum. Oh, yes. Brilliant. We don't need more legendary power swords. We've got enough of those. Just saying. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I think we've... I don't know. What do you think about Star Wars there, Dunk?
As soon as I started hearing that alarm, I was like, oh, they're doing it. Okay, cool. Exciting. Fun. I have no big issues with it. I mean, I think it'll be fun regardless. I love that they're not strictly with Renegades going to be solely tying it into Star Wars, kind of like people or cosmetically speaking, more and more, minus the 3 ornaments we're getting. But I like that they're kind of going for that Renegade, Wild Wild West sort of theming with Renegades. So I think it'll be interesting to kind of tie it in like that in that way. But at the same time, I do understand the concerns that everyone has of just kind of buying into more and more money from corporations. So
yeah, we'll definitely see how it goes, where it goes, how much maybe just the environments are, inspired by Star Wars or the general concept of the Renegades and the Lawless, however they're running those seasons and storyline. How much is actually there, right? And maybe it's just a regular old Destiny story that takes place in a sandy fucking place, and they have got a bunch of Star Wars Eververse shit. That could be what they consider,
and then your character
inspired
comes over
by
and says, "I don't like sand."
Oh man, I'd quit playing.
It gets everywhere. Course, and it gets everywhere.
I'd quit playing the game. Right then and there.
At some point where our guardian's going to be in a cutscene where it's all, I killed them all.
The
Not
women
just
and
the
the
men,
children
but the
too.
women
Yeah,
and
we're
the
just gonna come
children.
across a little
I hate
village that's
them.
just burned to the ground.
I hate them all.
You did that perfectly. It sounded just like them.
I like Star Wars. What can I say?
All right. Anyway, so we've got the release dates next on the list. We did talk about them all, but here's a recap. Right at the 9 was Tuesday. Destiny 2: The Edge of Fate expansion, July 15th. Core game updates coming July 15th. Those are the stuff we'll talk in a minute, but that's the armor, the guns, the portal, all that shit. Ash and Iron Major update, September 9th. Destiny 2 Renegades, December 2nd. Shadow and Order, March 3rd. All right, so we got a cinematic trailer where the Emissary of the Nine. Spoilers, if you didn't watch it yet. Spoilers. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
She quit because she wants some fucking shoes.
She's
tired of people talking about her feet.
She quit. So she it looks like she rips her skin off and leaves it on the ground. No, I'm just kidding. It's just her robe. But she basically pushes the 9 out of her. Now, they want us. They did this big reveal where they talk about the 9 as these extra. The new. I don't know whether there be an anti-villain, whatever the term is. I don't know. Bad guy. Whatever.
Good guys, bad guys.
But they're interdimensional beings that are super powerful. But this one random person can just be like, "Nah, I'm good. I don't want him anymore," and then just kicks the emissary shit out of them. There's conflicting information there. It's just like, oh, these are all powerful beings. This one person just said no. I'm sure there might be some lore-wise discussion about it, but bing bong, bing bong, bing bong.
Unlike Wazir, her will is her own.
Yeah. Anyway, now we did talk about the new destination. It's going to be Kepler. There's you're able to interact with the environment, move things around, turn into a morph ball, roll in little tunnels and shit. Basically,
So
we're playing Destiny Metroid now.
When they said it's a Metroidvania experience, and then you start doing Metroid abilities. Like, come on, guys.
It was so funny. It's like, because, they said it a while back. They wanted to do storytelling that was mix and match. It's not really Metroidvania, but it was like, they were pulling that stuff. And then they were talking about how Kepler was going to be. They literally used the terminology Metroidvania. If you don't know what that means, back in the day, back on Super Nintendo and Nintendo, there was a game called Metroid. There was a game called Castlevania. Those two games introduced a genre that is about uncovering a map, getting new abilities, and then being able to uncover new parts of the map. Said by backtracking and using your abilities, and that game is known as Metroidvania.
That is the key here. All right.
Yeah.
I don't think they made a Metroidvania style expansion because they just wanted to try something new. They created a Metroidvania expansion so they wouldn't have to create as much shit and force you to go back and play the same shit over and over and over again just so you can expand the story and go flip an extra lever that you couldn't interact with before.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so they said Metroidvania. I thought it was cool. It's like, yeah, it's cool. I love Metroidvania games. I love Metroid games. I love Castlevania games. But when you literally turn into a morph ball and rolled into the fucking hole to activate the switch, I'm like, this isn't a Metroidvania. This is Metroid. This is straight up Metroid. But it's fine. It's whatever. I thought that stuff was kind of cool. It's neat, strand moving things. But the way they do it is just like, why do it when everything is so I don't know the word I'm looking for. It's like, you know, you move those things, they always move there and they stay there.
Yeah.
They only go to that one place. Yeah. Give me like gravity gun style. Like, let me pick things up and put them in places. Like, it doesn't matter where. Let me figure out where they need to go. Don't give me the exact place that they need to go. Let me figure it out. Let me have my friends way up high, and then I pull the ground out from under them. Like, let us enjoy it. You know? Let us have fun. Again, we don't usually talk about chat or talk about chat during a podcast, but we just got 5 gifties, and I gotta call it out. Thanks so much, Sloth, for the gifted subs. Appreciate you.
How dare you interrupt podcast, Sloth?
Also, Zolo, sorry, I liked Marathon Alpha. It's really good. I just had to say it.
Okay.
He said it sucked earlier.
I found the Metroid stuff that the director of. Listen, I'm a cynic when I look at this stuff initially, and so I think automatically assume the worst, which is minimum content, force you to interact with that content as much as possible. That's what I see. But
yeah, you might be right, but also, I mean, if they can do it right.
I foresee people getting real mad that they can't use any of these cool abilities anywhere except for Kepler.
Sorry, what? Say that again?
I'm looking forward to people getting pissed off that they can't use any of these new abilities anywhere except for Kepler.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, they're all like activation points, right?
Yep. Indeed. Dunk, what do you think about all these Metroid abilities?
I think it'll make traversal on Kepler cool, but at the same time, it's as you said, it's limited to the location. It's gonna suck not being able to use that elsewhere, but at the same time, I can't be too upset with it. It all is going to depend on how they choose to introduce it in the story as you progress.
Yeah, we turn into a ball in PvP.
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
If they
electric monster ball, yeah.
If they don't give it the strand treatment, I think I'll be okay.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be fun and interesting for about an hour, and then it's going to get old. What I foresee, which is, how most stuff usually goes in this game.
True.
Sorry. I've given my opinion on it. I'm always interested in a new zone. I'm gonna check it out. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's awesome. Hopefully they actually make it interesting. Like I really liked the Pale Heart. I thought it was really good. I hated what's the other one? The shit one before that. Like a Neomuna. Not a great space. I've never gone back since I've been. I have. I'm being dramatic, but like I almost never go back for anything. I go to the Pale Heart all the time, just fuck around. It's fun. It's a good place. So hopefully the Kepler doesn't suck butt. All right, we don't have to talk too much about this, but we do have the portal coming. It's supposed to make it a little bit easier, especially for new people to kind of understand how to get to places. But one thing of note on here that's really interesting to me is you're going to be able to do solo strikes from the portal.
When I first saw this mock-up for the portal, the very first thought I had was, is Destiny turning into a mobile game? This totally looks like a mobile game menu to me for some reason. I don't know what it is about it. I mean, I think it's great that you're going to be able to do stuff solo now if you want. I think that's great. I hope the old director is still available in like the world tab if you don't want to use this portal thing. But you know, I don't want to be in menus. Like I realize the director is just a fancy menu, but it doesn't feel like a fancy menu. I hope the game just navigating around to go to different places is not just, you know, this kind of mobile game fucking Netflix menu kind of stuff. But it's whatever. I guess if it's just a way to get around, who really cares ultimately? But,
Yeah, you're right. But I do think the solo ops thing is pretty neat. So you know, you got the solo ops playlist, quick play. You know, well, it says solo. What it says is solo ops playlist. The one I'm looking at right now.
yeah,
Just
with
quick play normal, quick play advanced,
difficulties. Yeah.
quick play expert, quick play master, and then it's like the conflux, the salt mines, whatever the fuck the salt mines are. Creation. We know what creation is. The fuck are you doing?
But
Somebody's running around in a game.
yes, I'm having fun with New Land Beyond right now. My God,
okay.
does the stack just keep going up?
Eventually, it changes to the name of the buff changes too. Once you hit 100.
I just got that, so it's fun.
Anyway,
I'm
it's
with you,
fine.
Greener. I think all the new solo stuff is good. It finally answers those people that are always bitching and moaning about being antisocial, having social anxiety, can't get in a fire team, don't want to get in a fire team. Let me play the game by myself. So, great.
You know, yeah, I absolutely want people to play, you know, with members of the community, but making it a little bit easier for solo people to, you know, get into the game, have some fun, play the game. Maybe when they don't have a lot of time, so they don't want to LFG up, something of that nature. Get some weekly challenges done without having to go through that hassle. I don't think that's a bad thing. Hopefully, it doesn't pull too many people away from when they were going to fire team up. Now that they can do everything in solo ops, I think that kind of defeats the purpose of a game like this. But having it a little bit easier and available for people to use, I don't think is a bad thing. So. And as for the portal, I mean, I'm fine with the destination shit that we have now, but if this makes it easier and faster to get through, then that's fine too, because it is a bit clunky. Shit loads weird and it's annoying, and sometimes I click the wrong shit. Yeah.
So on to Armor 3.0.
Yeah, I think we can quickly touch on Armor 3.0 and the weapon tiering, the weapon tiering system,
AKA let's soft sunset all your shit.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Armor 3.0 stuff is well, fuck. I mean, it's 3.0. Obviously, we're going to be getting we're getting set bonuses, whether any of them are any good. Some of them were floating around the other day that looked like they sucked. You know, they can't all be winners, I'm sure, but then there was some things people were noticing with the 11 energy. They've specifically mentioned that on the stream, so that's cool. We know stats are being reworked, so it's gonna be a lot different as well, because you know you can have more of 200 of something to activate a special ability.
The stats aren't broken up by nodes like they are right now either. So.
Yeah, so if you get 54, your 4 points actually go to something, as opposed to it being cut off currently at 50.
I do worry about vault space when you start talking about armor with set bonuses, because now there's more incentive to have, you know, 2 to 4 pieces of every armor set out there. So we'll see with that. I mean, they have said that.
I can't imagine
they're gonna.
I would be pretty amazed if every single set had a different set bonus.
That's what they said.
Did they actually say that out loud?
Yes, they did. Yeah.
Every set in the game.
Yeah. So like your Vanguard set will have a different set bonus than your Crucible set.
I know, but
And
like
that'll be a different set than your Dungeon set. That'll be a different bonus than your Raid set. That'll be a different bonus than your World Drop set.
are they redoing any of the older ones?
No. Well, they haven't said. I would expect that nothing is happening with your older armor except it's getting converted to the new.
Because I was thinking of all the shit. You got all the Iron Banner stuff. You got all the old Crucible stuff. You got all the old Vanguard stuff. You got all the old fucking seasonal stuff. Like, there's so many sets in this game. But if they're only doing like 6 a year, then that's fine. That'll be easy for them. They should be able to manage that. Okay. That's cool. All right. I'm stoked for that stuff. Raid. I think armor pieces have been absolutely useless forever.
Yep.
They've been the dumbest shit ever in the history of the world. You should never have to farm armor. You should just be given the cosmetics for your armor, and then
Well,
stat distribution, however you like.
Is going to go to the next level.
Yes, it's actually going to be useful now. Like, I'm going to want to farm armor out of the raid because I want the set bonuses, but I also want set bonuses plus I want good rolls. It's just it's what it should have been since the beginning of Destiny. Like, I've never understood the concept of armor literally being useless. It's the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. Don't know. Like, I've never farmed. I feel like I've never farmed armor other than artifice armor. And lo and behold, why would I do artifice armor? Because there's a bonus.
Also, keep in mind that on top of set bonuses and stat splits, the armor also has tiers 1 through 5. So if you want the best armor, you're going to have to do the ultimatum level stuff, farming armor specific. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This isn't even. That's probably how you get the energy, though. Well, you're probably going to get.
Say right here, it's going to affect your total stat bonuses, your total stats on that armor. Tier 1 is going to have shit stats. A tier 5 is going to have good stats.
Yeah, sorry, we didn't mention that, but as you go up, you get better stats, and I think it's a certain tier is when you actually get that extra piece of energy. Maybe it goes even higher than 11. I don't know.
I think all armor is going to be is going to have 11 energy. I think it's going to be stats
even tier 1. That's dumb. Yeah. They shouldn't. They should make it tier 3 or higher. 3's not hard to get. Even terrible people can get 3. Right. All right, let's move on to guns. It's going to be cool. I think it's really going to bump up. It's going to pump up farming for armor to actually, to something. Even anything is more valuable than what we have now, because there is literally, other than to get your cosmetics, if you really want cosmetics, there's no reason to farm armor in Destiny ever. If you've been playing for any amount of time, you already have all the roles, like the stat distribution that you need. There's no reason to farm armor.
Okay, so tiered weapons as well.
And tiered weapons is it's even better. The stats increase.
You look at this tier 5 gun they give us in an example. It's got 6 perks between columns 3 and 4, and everything is enhanced on the gun, including the origin traits. So, depending on the guns, right out the gate, it might not. Obviously, these guns, if for weapons in the same slot, they're probably going to be power crept, but a lot of your guns are probably going to carry through for a while until there's enough of this new stuff out there. But I would not expect to get any retroactive, like, tiering or anything like that on any existing guns. You'll be able to infuse your existing guns, but they're not going to change. So, these tiered weapons are going to, right out the gate again, power creep all your initial stuff. And it's the same deal as with the armor. Like, you want the shitty version? All right, well, you can get your tier 1 stuff. You want the really good stuff? Well, get into that ultimatum level content, get a fire team, and go get it.
Yep. I can't. That's another good thing. That's going to increase the farming of everything, right? People are going to be playing this game because you're actually rewarding them with better loot each and every time. Like there's so. Well,
let's not put the cart before the horse, Greener. We gotta actually see
No,
the loot, but
but
in theory,
listen,
yes, you're right.
Listen, you find a tier 1 role, the role that you wanted. You're like, oh, cool. But I can keep farming for a tier 2. Let's go up to the next tier world or wherever it happens to be, or however they're going to do it in dungeons and stuff. I'm not 100% sure. Probably just level difficulties, right? Wait, can you go straight to a tier 5 right away?
You can do the ultimatum level content. There's not going to be anything restricting you from jumping right into ultimatum level content.
I think they should force. They should. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. Anyway, people will be doing the harder difficulty stuff a lot more and getting better rolls. My brain is like telling me there should be a way to unlock the tiers as you go, but if that's not how they're doing it, it's fine.
I mean, the idea is that getting your tiered gear at whatever tier gets you ready to go face the next level of difficulty. There's also 5 levels of difficulty, right? So as you get more tiered gear, that's going to allow you to go to a higher level of difficulty. It's going to give you even higher tiered gear, which then is going to allow you to go to the higher difficulty beyond that, right? And ultimately finish it out with, whatever the highest tier stuff is.
Yeah, but Destiny players are going to hop right in Ultimatum and grab all their tier 5 shit right away.
They're going to try, and some will succeed, but I suspect most of them will not.
Maybe. Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Cool. Anyway, point is, these changes are good. A lot of people are, they're holding them hand in hand as expansion updates, but it's just an update that happens to be coming at the same time as the Edge of Fate. They even tier them as launches differently in the launch list. From core game updates on July 15th, available for all, and Destiny: The Edge of Fate, July 15th, a paid expansion.
So, Dunk, are we going to start having gear score requirements for Sherpas?
Way to call me out like that. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yes. Absolutely. Yes.
You only have tier 1 gear. You can't be a Sherpa. Get out of here.
Yeah. Oh no, you can't do it on Ultimatum? What a shame. Oh well, back to the drawing board.
I'm looking forward to the LFG posts. I want to go do Master level or Ultimatum level. Must have all tier 4 gear.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
That's gonna be a bunch of that.
Please don't take us back to the Destiny 1 days. I don't need that.
Must have Gallahorn or get out.
Yeah.
But I'm doing this to get Gallahorn. What do you mean?
Okay. Real quick, just because I've been noticing something in Discord. So if you're live, watching live now, this is an old thing, but somebody's been trying to get Salvation's Edge Sherpa done, and they've been having trouble finding experienced people to go into that raid to help. So there's one scheduled right now for tomorrow at 4 o'clock my time, so that's 3 o'clock Eastern. If you're available and you know how to do Salvation's Edge, please go sign up and help Saga teach Tenno Kishi how to do Salvation's Edge right now. Pretty please. Thank you. If you don't know how to do it, don't go sign up. I'm looking for people that do know how to do it. There's already a Sherpa. I just wanted to shout that out because this is the third attempt of trying to get this Sherpa done.
Yeah, I wish I could help with that. Unfortunately, I'll be at work.
Well, not everybody can, but hopefully, my little shout out.
Yeah, hopefully.
Maybe they do have a couple alternates, so it is looking at 5 or 6 right now. But officially, there's only 3 of 6 people signed up. So if you know the raid and you don't mind helping one person learn, the Sherpa will be doing all that work. You just got to stay in there and do your job as told. But it's tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern. If you're available, please go sign up. Send the Sherpa raid request or Sherpa raid queue. All right, we're gonna move on. Okay, I think the armor and the gun stuff's cool. Love it. Can't wait. Hopefully, get more details on it. But I mean, I think we get the concept of it, other than maybe giving a whole list of new shit. Oh, I wonder if the. No, never mind. I'm just gonna move on. Shooting range. Anybody? That's cool, right?
Yes, we're finally getting it back.
Yeah, we kind of had that one with the weird moments, or not the callus ship thing during Menagerie.
Yep.
I forget what it was called. Everybody loved it. Mad that we lost it. I remember.
It was our trophy route, basically. That's what it was.
Yeah. Okay. So I think it's cool. I think you can test a bunch of stuff on it, get really good at your rotations. I think it's neat. Checking out the damage. People aren't going to have to go to, the dungeon bosses anymore to see how much damage that things are doing, to get the bonus shots out of them. You're going to be able to do it there. You're going to be able to practice rotations. You're going to be able to have good fun, find out what's powerful, what's strong. It's what people have always wanted for a long time. Yeah, I think it's absolutely neat. I think it's cool. It's a great addition. I don't know why it took them so long, but there you go. There you go. All done. It's in there. Well, it will be. It's coming. What do you think, Rex? You here?
I'm here. Sorry.
All right.
I also saw something in Discord I had to address.
Oh, wild. That sounds worse than my thing. You excited about the shooting range?
I mean, it'd be nice to go test weapons myself, but I'll probably still mostly just watch YouTube to get my weapon analysis from people before I go test it out myself.
It's easier now for people to deal with that shit, so that's cool.
Yeah, something that should have been in the game a while ago. I'm glad they're finally getting around to it.
Let's go. I forgot what I was doing.
I was busy photoshopping eyebrows off of Mojo Jojo's picture.
Eyebrows off of Mojo Jojo's picture?
Yeah. He posted something in Celestial's chat earlier today about what blade size he should use for buzzing his head, and then he posted his before and after, and I'm like, you need to shave off them brows. So I took the brows off his picture and posted it back into Celestial's chat.
Yep, I see it. Nice blur effect. All right, yeah, that was delightful. All right, shooting range, we're good. Okay, so Edge of Fate pre-orders. We kind of talked about it earlier. Essentially, there's the Edge of Fate pre-order that comes with the game, the raid, the active rewards pass, some cosmetics. Boom, easy peasy. Year of the Prophecy includes both Edge of Fate and Renegades. New raid, new dungeon. 4 passes. The Edge of Fate are some more cosmetics that are instant unlock, and some on September 9th. And then Ultimate Edition. Now, there's some conflicting information coming with this, because it says this comes with the Edge of Fate, Renegades, which is accurate, raid, dungeon, 4 reward passes. But it says instant unlock for the sniper rifle, New Land Beyond. Now, I'm getting reports that if you sign up through the at least through the game, through the monument exotic thingy, is you can currently select New Land Beyond, and it takes you to purchase the Year of the Prophecy regular edition. People are still getting the New Land Beyond sniper rifle. Now, I don't know if that's meant or if they put this in there properly or it's an accident, but if you really want to take advantage of it, you're more than welcome to. Anyway, you also get the new Land Beyond Ornament and Catalyst available at the launch of the Edge of Fate. You get a bunch of cosmetics, including that Dark Side bundle over there with Kylo Ren, Darth Vader, and General Sidious or whatever the fuck his name is.
Grievous.
Grievous, that's it.
Sidious is the Emperor, please.
I don't care that much. Grievous was one of the most forgettable characters in Episode 3 as well. So, and why does he cough so much? It's so annoying. Anyway, you get all those, and then you get the secret stash shit that they did all last year as well. We just get bonus shit in game like every season. Okay, there's obviously the collector's edition that comes with the big statue, the medals, the envelopes.
I actually think this one's a pretty good deal. I mean, if you consider that all of the extra stuff is 175, you compare the size of this statue to what similar collectibles cost, you know, for like comic book characters or anime characters, it's actually right in line with what you would expect to pay. And in my experience, most of those, unless you're getting them from some place like Weta, you know, aren't exactly better quality. That's always likely to be given quality of other Destiny shit I've gotten.
Cool.
Am I spending $175 on it on top of my $100? No. Greenery ends up giving one away. I'll get in on that drawing, but that's about that.
If they don't sell out, we'll probably give one away in June or July. But I'm not buying one early to give it away. I'd rather if they're still available to buy, we'll probably do a giveaway for one and then buy and just ship it straight to their house. Yeah. We'll see. Other than that, I'm noticing something in the chat. I've heard about people getting all expansions for $150, but have been at work today. Is that intended or is that a bug? All expansions of what? All the expansions we have?
Light and Dark Collection was free for a couple of days there earlier this week.
I'm pretty sure that was only on Xbox. But maybe I'm wrong. I mean, it's technically true right now. Anyway, you can get the Light and Darkness collection right now for $39.99, which is all of the expansions except for the new ones. And so, if you're saying $150 for everything, it's actually cheaper than that. You can get it for $139.99 for for the Edge of Fate, Renegades, and all of the expansions in the past, all for $139.99. It has all expansion but no dungeon keys. Yeah, that's a fair. Yeah, everything's on sale right now. I don't know. I'm sure it's a good deal. It seems weird that anybody who plays Destiny doesn't have all the expansions though. Buy the expansions, you weirdos.
Yeah, you weirdos.
They are all on sale. Wow, that's pretty intense. What's intense? That's
I didn't get
for everything. I think it's reasonable. Sorry,
I didn't get I was expecting to get at least one or two, but I didn't get a single complaint from people saying I can't participate in Zero to Hero because I don't own all the dungeons.
I have to use the washroom. Keep talking.
Oh, well, I guess we'll move on to Rites of the Nine being live. Have you played Rites of the Nine there, Dunk?
Yes, I have. And I will say I got a 0 power weapon drop from it.
Was it a Wilder Flight?
Yes, it was.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Seems to be a secret perk on Wilder Flight. So
Yep. It's a fun one. It's a fun one.
presumably they'll fix it.
Oh, I'm sure they will. Yeah. I know. Shaco, because I was doing it with Shaco. He also got a 0 power welder flight with the god roll that he was going for.
Mm.
So it's pretty funny.
I don't think I'm going to be farming it since I know that gear is getting ready to get all changed. I think I'm going to play it to get my quests done, and that's going to be it. I actually don't even care about the seal, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm back.
I will say, did it on Ultimatum for the first run. Wow, dude, they've really upped the difficulty on Ultimatum.
Yep.
Yeah, I liked it and
I
hated
don't-
it at the same time.
I don't want to sound like an elitist, but there are a lot of people, even in the community, that I will not play Rites of the Nine on Ultimatum difficulty with. I just won't do it because your rewards are based off the total number of deaths. So I can't have somebody on my team who's going to die all the time. I can't do it. It's not worth me doing the activity if that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Is that Falk? I'm just kidding.
No.
It's
Poppy
me.
and Rilla look at me like that because I die more than them in these activities, right? But I don't want to gatekeep, but I'm not stepping in. I do not play Destiny unless there's a gear incentive, unless there's loot that I'm after. And if I'm after loot, then I want to get the activity done. So yeah.
I was away. Obviously, you guys started talking about Rite of the Nine. Did you give like your impressions on the activity in general? You guys like it a lot, or?
I think the activity. I think the just Spire changes they made are good. I think the difficulty is appropriate. I think the difficulty, the higher level difficulty, is going to turn a lot of people off.
Mm-hmm.
But they have lower level difficulties that they can run instead. And the good thing about this event, if you are looking to farm gear, you can just pick the easy encounter and just farm that encounter over and over and over again, because there's no loot table by encounter. All of the loot is available in every encounter. So, if you want to do Spire and you just want to do the opening over and over and over again, and do like a 4-minute run, because you can solo the Ultimatum in like 4 minutes. You can just do that.
Oh, cool. So you don't even need to beat it unless you want the seal, but you can get all the gear that you want if you just do that over and over again. In theory.
Yep. Correct.
That's pretty interesting.
So
I like it.
I think this is set up pretty good.
Pretty fun.
So, and I've been paying attention to the forums, because usually if there's going to be people bitching about stuff being too hard, it's usually going to be on the official forums. I haven't really even seen any of that. In fact, I don't think I've seen a single one. So interesting. More people are mad about the API being throttled than anything else.
The first post on here right now is somebody complaining about 80% of Bungie being devoted to super flop that is Marathon. I'd like to know how many fucking people these guys think Marathon is taking like 7 years to build, and it's got like 3 maps. There is no more than like 40 fucking people making this game. I don't know why you think all 800 at Bungie are making Marathon.
That are on a dedicated team, that aren't working on anything else, and who would be unemployed if they weren't working on Marathon. So it's not taking anything away from Destiny.
Yeah, like, it's literally the top post right now on the forum. And it's just like, how many people do you fucking think are working on this game? Like I said, it's got 3 maps, an interface, and like there's not a huge chunk of people work, and it's been in develop since like 2018, 2019. What did Lupo say on his stream? He said he's been helping Bungie create this game for 6 years. He got involved 6 years ago. That's 2019. And it was probably in development before then. It's not a huge development team. People gotta stop thinking that it's like 400 fucking people making Marathon. It's probably like 12. God damn. People are fucking dumb. And it's so annoying. I can't anymore. I can't with you stupid people. And the fact that this is upvoted more than anyone else, that means you're all dumb. You're all dumb. Every one of you. That think that they're... Okay, alright. I'm gonna stop. Oh, there is a bunch of API throttling thing. What the fuck does this guy care? Oh, because Dim and Braytech. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yes, because you can have a bit of a hard time getting your gear. And
well, we
even
actually experienced the API throttling with our bots. So.
Even swapping loadouts in the game is being a little buggy right now too. If the gear's not on your character already, if the gear is on another character, it's acting a little bit more weird than it was before. Because before you couldn't get that gear if it was actually equipped on another character, but now if it's in another character's inventory, a lot of times it won't pull it.
What's funny here is the first reply. It sounds like something I would have said like 5 years ago, but I've completely changed my tune on Dim and shit. But it says, "Do it in game. It's practical. You're just fucking lazy. Y'all act like taking 2 minutes to manage your inventory stops you from playing the game. The utter entitlement is astounding."
That guy is fun at parties.
That used to be me. I'll be completely honest. I always thought people complaining about Dim was fucking stupid. I would always just use whatever was in my inventory. I would make sure I had my favorite. But, you know, that was a long time ago. All right. That was before I was smart and actually played Destiny to its full capability. Yeah, I mean, I don't even think I'd play Destiny if Dim wasn't working. No. That shit's annoying. Not Dim specifically, like just Dim related stuff. Like if Dim was down for whatever reason, but the Destiny app was up, that'd be fine. I can manage with the app. It works just as good. You know, any other service that might provide it. But it's funny to say. Anyway, he's got 6 replies, which I am sure are fun, and he's got 0 upvotes.
All right. Well, do we want to talk about anything else from the most of the stuff in the TWID this week is this same stuff. The only other stuff they talk about is the event for the heavy metal coming, and they talk about the combat sparrows that are coming.
Yeah, I mean, when we talk about the combat sparrows, we talked about heavy metal last week. Nobody here is like super excited for it. They're gonna maybe play a few rounds, maybe get, you know, the seal or just the emblem or whatever. It's gonna be fun. But they announced these combat sparrows this week, and then we can talk about our new game director if you want.
Okay.
I don't know much about the sparrows other than they said there's going to be combat sparrows that you're going to be able to have now. Oh yeah, that was during the reveal. Never mind. They had mentioned the combat sparrows that we're going to be able to get, where we're going to be able to drive them around everywhere and shoot. And then they were like, ha ha ha, you all thought you were going to be on Zimmers forever or whatever the fuck they're called. And I was like, I still will be. I don't give a shit about this.
You will have to play the heavy metal event in order to get them, because they're on it's in the event thing for the heavy metal event. So
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get it, but I don't care. I won't use it that much. I don't suspect. I assume I'll still be on the skimmer most of the time. I don't think anyone hates the skimmers. I think everybody loves the skimmers. I think that's the problem. That's all anyone uses if they have one. Bungie.
What do you
was the
think
one
about
that said-
combat skimmers?
You know,
Not skimmers, sparrows. Combat skimmers would be amazing. Let's get some of those, baby. Sorry, go ahead.
I think that combat sparrows are cool. I wish they had introduced them 5 years ago. That would have been a better time to introduce them than now, when we have skimmers, when we have always on time, when we have all these fun other options to choose from. Like, now was not the time. 5-7 years ago was the time to do it. But as they always say, I guess better late than never. But at the same time, they may as well have done it never, because how many people are going to truly just swap to it for the next 6 months?
Not me.
No. I might run it for 30 minutes just to mess around with it and have fun. But after that, I'm going straight back over to my skimmer.
Yeah, a oversized sparrow with a bigger hitbox that's gonna get hung up on the geometry of the terrain more often. Nah, pass. I don't care if it can shoot. Doesn't matter to me. It's not like I grab a pike every time one's available, and I expect combat skimmers are going to handle about like a pike.
Exactly, yeah. We already have other combat vehicles that are very similar to the Sparrow. Why do we need a combat Sparrow? But again, it'll still be fun, I guess, for the first 30 minutes and then vault it.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, and there's our thoughts on it. You wasted your time. Good job, Bungo. No, it's okay. Other people will probably enjoy it. I just don't care that much. Because skimmers are too good. Now, if you nerf skimmers to try to get people to play the other shit, I'm going to punch you in the wiener. That's not how you do it. What you need to do is make the other shit fun enough to want to use them. Not the other way around. Don't make something less fun. Make something more fun. Understand? Bungie? All right, good.
Like, that's exactly what they did with Always on Time. They brought other sparrows, all the other sparrows, up to that speed.
They did it in the right direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
there's just a lot of the times Bungie doesn't do that. They do the opposite thing.
Yeah. It's like, don't need to nerf it. Just make everything else same level, or bring everything else up to the same level, and then just leave that as the new norm.
Yes, agreed. So I think you should be able to grind your sparrows just like you can a skimmer. That would be awesome.
I mean, they kind of did do that back in Destiny 1 with tricks that you could do for a Sparrow Racing League, but I doubt that's coming back.
No, I think Bungie realizes what, even though people keep screaming about SRL, there's been years where they were saying, you save the game if you bring back SRL, yada 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 yada. I think SRL is like a weekend of fun and then never used again type of activity, and I think that's why they just keep ignoring everybody that keeps talking about it. I am quite convinced.
SRL generates no money, so why add it?
Well, I mean, it could. Yeah. You can make it generate money.
Yeah.
Here's a faster Sparrow than any other Sparrow. Costs $10.
Yeah.
You know how many people would complain? Everyone. You know how many people would buy it? Everyone. There, Pete. You're welcome.
I think if they were to try to bring back Sparrow Racing, if they would have to incentivize it more and make it more interesting for newer players. And don't have it be an every single day you can go do spirit racing. It has to be a rare occurrence where you get to go and do it.
All right.
Sorry, I'm reading something on Twitter and I'm really annoyed. So there's this weapon stat that you activate when you get the enhanced benefit of 200 something.
Yeah, it's going to increase your PvP damage. Yeah.
Yeah, and people are complaining about this, and I don't understand.
What do you mean you don't understand?
You farm out all this difficultness, use all these new abilities to get a benefit with a good gun, and nobody wants to be able to use it in PvP?
No, Greener. That's not what the complaints are. The complaints are if a damage bonus that's coming from stats is juiced enough, then it becomes necessary for you to have on all of your PvP gear. Otherwise, you put yourself at a big disadvantage. And if it shifts TTKs, then it unbalances the sandbox. People want the sandbox to be as balanced as possible. Your gun should perform, that's the same gun as somebody else's, should perform the same if they have all the same stats. Their gun shouldn't just be doing more out of the blue for no reason. That's not like a limited time ability, which is armor stats will just make you do more damage all the time. And if it's a high enough bonus, then it'll unbalance PvP. And it'll be the very first thing that Bungie nerfs into the dirt. So all that grinding you did, fuck you, Bungie will say.
That's dumb. Like, here's these cool enhanced benefits that you can grind for, but don't make them useful in Crucible because people don't want to deal with it. Dumb. I don't understand.
That's not you are missing the point.
I'm missing the point that every single person can do this in the game, so it shouldn't matter that it's there.
It's
right?
making it so you have to use it. Almost certainly, if the damage bonus is high enough. It's no different than any other meta, where you have to use the meta, or you are putting yourself at too big of a disadvantage to compete. That is boring. And the meta will get stale, and then people will leave the Crucible in droves, just like they already have. Have you looked at the Trials numbers lately? Then. We're back down to the worst Trials numbers of all time again.
Yeah, but we're in a really boring place in Destiny right now.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the gear incentive is so high to try to keep us there. But part of the reason that that people have abandoned PvP in Trials especially is because of RDMs and S stock being so dominant for as long as they have, and it being boring to play against. Because if you're not using it, then if you're fighting somebody of equal skill, you're going to lose. So, putting things in there that are going to automatically make somebody better, and the most important stat that's going to force everybody to dig into it is going to actually limit your build crafting choices in that activity, which is problematic. Crucible is at its best when you can go in using whatever you want and still feel like you're not going to just insta-give yourself and be able to.
I don't know. I used to love going into the dark zone in that division as a group of people and getting killed by one person that was super geared. I think Destiny Crucible should be like that.
Well, you're an idiot.
What? That's rude. If I spend 500 hours getting my shit geared up, I want to be able to one-shot everyone. I think that'd be great.
That's not great. That's kind of incredibly unhealthy for Crucible.
Yeah. All right. That's why
if
I don't
want to
one-shot
things. Go play 1-star solo level stuff with your level 5 gear. You can get your power fantasy out. Teabag drags all you want.
No, I'll just play Counter-Strike because it's better. And I can headshot anything with an AK and it dies instantly. So.
I'm just looking forward to Greener not having any good gear and going into Trials and just getting his balls shoved into his own asshole by some dude with fucking tier 5 200 stat gear. He's getting one shot by a fucking blue sidearm and just raging about it. Why can't mine do that amount of damage?
Bro, my eardrums. Uh, yeah, I would absolutely be doing that. But then you know what I would do immediately afterwards?
Turn off the game and go play something else.
No, I'd go farm. So I could have as good gear as them. And then I'd come back and win.
Okay.
I get it. I understand. I just think, farming bonuses for Crucible should exist. That's all.
Farming
Maybe
damage bonuses for Crucible is the problem. Not farming bonuses in stats to make you better in Crucible. That's not the issue. It's farming damage if it's more than a couple of percent. If it's enough of percentage to shift TTK on guns, it's a problem.
Well, if it's not enough of a percent to shift TTK, then there's no point in it.
No, it could shift forgiveness instead, so you don't have to get as many headshots, but not otherwise alter the TTK.
I want to kill people faster when I farm. All right.
Well, that's dumb in a PvP environment. If you want it to be balanced and fun for everybody, so that there's people there for you to actually shoot.
I only want it to be fun for me. I don't care about anyone else.
That makes sense. That's exactly the impression I get from everything you ever post or say or do.
What? What does that mean?
Remember that time when we were playing Split Fiction and you're like, let's just throw this outhouse in the side of the building 53 times.
Bro,
I'm having a good time. Meanwhile, Rex just getting killed over and over again.
Whatever. You could have put the controller down and closed your eyes. You wouldn't even have known what was happening.
My controller was sat down for a little while you were doing it.
Okay, to be fair, I only did it on purpose like twice. The other times I hit cars by accident. So I did. Go watch the clip. It's there.
Yep. I know. I was there too.
Anyway. All right, I get it. I guess people don't want damage bonuses in Crucible.
No, people don't want damage bonuses to majorly throw off the balance of Crucible. That's what they don't want.
God. That's what a damage bonus is. If it's only 1%, then what's the point? It's not worth it.
If it makes my gun do one more body to get optimal TTK, that's good still.
Okay. All right. Talk about what's his name?
I don't feel like it. You're talking about the new VP of Destiny?
Yeah.
The guy who is most famous for giving the symposium, or giving the speech, the presentation where he said, be careful not to over deliver, speaking specifically about Forsaken. Yeah, that guy who now runs Destiny. Yeah. Well, guess what, people? We'll never have to worry about over delivery again. Not that we've had to worry about over delivery for quite some time with Destiny, mind you. But
how long ago did he make the Beware of Over Delivery presentation?
I don't know.
It was at GDC, right?
Yeah, I think so. Years and years and years ago, but that's one of those things that the gaming community that won't forget, right?
They are so mad at this guy. I've got to admit it, and I think it sucks. Obviously, we always want, in a game like this, we want as much possible content as possible. But at the same time, at GDC, he's talking about when you go to GDC, you're there to talk about game development. You're not there to talk to the fans. You're not there to talk to you're not there to talk to this.
Yeah.
GDC is about how to develop games and how to develop them affordably and how to develop them profitably. And I mean, this stuff might make a lot of sense, but he's been bashed for it for years and years and years and years, because it probably is really important not to give an expectation of something that will drop your overall, either either people will be disappointed in the future with what you're bringing, or it'll cost too much money to make something of the same power. I'm not protecting them. I just think it's like people got to get over it. It's been a long time. We'll leave them alone. When
the
was
gaming
it?
community never gets over anything that they ever got mad about. Not ever.
People really hate this guy though. Like all I see is tweets of just that one screenshot that you showed me.
I mean, I got it off Twitter. So yeah.
And just things like 10 out of 10 guy or love this guy and they're all being sarcastic. Every single time because they're talking about him taking over Destiny. And it's just like I don't know. He's right. in a way.
I mean, from a business perspective, it makes sense.
Well, and you know how we keep getting Destiny? If they're successful in the business.
Yeah. If they insert a bunch of Star Wars, Marvel, and Dragon Ball Z, and
well, didn't he just take over? It's not like it was his choice to put all that shit in there.
insert all this shit into the game.
But it did say Mark Noseworthy left when Luke Smith left. Wasn't that months and months and months ago?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So are we just finding out that Justin Truman is now the VP?
Usually when this stuff happens and they're trying to figure out who's going to step in, somebody's doing work in my experience, somebody's doing work as an interim. And the people that left are probably still working as contractors or consultants, for a little while until they get new people in place. That would be my guess about what was happening.
Someone in the chat said Blizz tried to do the undelivered thing with 3 dungeons per expansion instead of like 9 until everyone left. Well, there's a difference of under-delivering and delivering properly and over-delivering. This guy's not running around saying you should under-deliver so we make tons of money. He's saying make sure to don't create a pattern of over-delivery or you're not going to hit your profitability goals. And people have taken that and crushed him with
it's you're gonna have angry fans and you're not gonna hit your goals, right?
Exactly.
Which the first one definitely came to pass because people definitely started complaining after Forsaken dropped because Forsaken probably had too much content.
He probably gave the. I would be willing to bet he gave the speech after Shadowkeep. Because he probably had the you had Forsaken, which was incredible, and then we had arguably the worst expansion in Destiny 2 history. Pretty on par with Lightfall. I'm not sure which one's worse. Some people say Lightfall's worse, but I hate GOS, so I favor towards Shadowkeep. But anyway, I don't know what this will mean. It might mean nothing. He's not the game director. He's just the VP. He's not Pete Parsons. I don't know what kind of decisions he makes. Could be a lot of things. Could be almost nothing. Who knows? We'll see. It might be a disaster, and he might run Destiny into the ground.
Dunk, you hate this guy, right?
Oh, with a passion.
All right, perfect.
Oh,
Good. Good. I like it.
Are you mad that I'm devil's advocating for him?
No, I think it's always important to play devil's advocate regardless of who the person is.
Should we all just hate him forever? Never mind. Fuck you, Justin Truman. You piece of shit.
All right,
I hope you burn in a fire.
Go move over to EA where you belong.
The decision has been made. All right. Excellent.
Just so we got our poster the other day, our physical poster for a game to give.
Ooh,
Check
nice.
it.
How does that make you
Pretty
feel?
cool. It makes me feel special that I helped children. Now, if you look really, really, really close, right underneath the heart, it says Shrouded Gaming. We literally got the most optimal position on this fucking poster possible.
Nice.
Nice indeed.
Good job, Greener. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
And the
Most of the community. All I did was stream and yell at people and say, "Give us money, losers." And it worked. Also, give us money for extra life too. I think we should probably wrap up. Yeah, we done?
Yeah, we can wrap up.
Yeah.
This took half an hour longer than I wanted it to. So, even if there's more stuff to talk about, we'll talk about it some other time. I'm sure we got plenty of time. We got 2 months before Edge of Fate launches.
Plugs.
Yeah, you can plug anything if you want.
Yeah, I should probably. Zero to Hero Dungeons is currently underway. This is our event where you start a run through all 10 dungeons with nothing but white, green, and gear, and only re-equip yourself with drops that happen while you're actually in the dungeons. Get through all 10, get yourself a pretty sweet Dungeon Master role. If you participate, you'll get the Dungeon Delver role. Every dungeon you complete on the path to getting all 10 done will earn you escalating rewards in terms of loyalty points and tickets for a prize drawing at the end. Sign up, rules, all that kind of stuff is in announcements and in the Zero to Hero Q&A channel. Go check it out. I have changed up some of the rules now to allow people who have completed a run go ahead and get on a team for a second run to help flesh teams out and get more people involved. However, you just need to keep in mind that if you complete your 10 runs initially, you won't earn more loyalty points or more tickets to the prize drawing for going on a second run. So you're just doing it to help out some folks and help them get theirs done. So there you go. Zero to Hero. Go sign up. Go play. You have until the end of the month to get this stuff done, and you can do it at your own pace.
You got anything, Dunk?
Not at this time.
Delightful. The only thing I'm going to push is we got a Nintendo Switch 2 giveaway on our Twitch channel. So if you're watching on YouTube and you don't really know Shrouded Gaming, you should come check us out, twitch.tv/Shrouded or check out our Discord. We run a Destiny community, and Discord is shroudedgaming.com/Discord. Anyway, we're dropping a Nintendo Switch 2 plus Mario Kart World Bundle giveaway in our Twitch channels in June. We're going to be dropping it in June. You have to use loyalty points from watching the stream, being active in Discord, a bunch of different things to buy tickets for it. So
participating in Zero to Hero or need some loyalty points. Probably get in on
participating in Zero to Hero earns you quite a bit of loyalty points. Lots of tickets, actually. And we're currently trying to redo our Partnership Plus Tier 2 contract for 12 months. And we're doing fine right now. But every Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 sub helps out a lot. So just an FYI, you can get like 20 tickets for the Tier 3 sub. So, I don't know. Might want to do it. Okay, I'm going to go. That's it for me. I think that's it for everybody.
Outro.
I don't actually have an outro scripted, so it's just going to be woo! Thanks for watching episode 107 of This Week at Shrouded. I was your host, Dave Greener. This is Mr. Rack. That down there is Dunk. That's right, he's a dog. Anyway, we talked about the Edge of Fate reveal, Renegades, Destiny, Star Wars, lightsabers, blasters. Oh my god, it's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. Thank you for being here.
Pervert.
The travel, yes, that too. Anyway, we got a bright year ahead of us in Destiny. Hopefully, maybe. I can't wait to see what actually does come of it. So, thanks for watching. Appreciate it, and I'll see you next week on This Week at Shrouded.
Star Wars.